Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Shane.
How's it going?
It's going great. I can't see you. Are you doing that on
Yeah.
purpose?
No, let me I gotta get some lighting in here.
And I'm recording this meeting so that I can remember this for Sunday because I'll forget.
That's fine. I'm trying to my taskbar won't get out of the way so I can turn my video on. Here we go. All right. How's it going?
Uh, it's going great. It's going great.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we're it's been crazy. I'm glad that we have some time to actually meet. Because I was like, well, I couldn't do it Tuesday because we had meetings yesterday. Actually, I think they canceled the meeting yesterday. Like right a bit before it happened, they canceled one of the meetings, but we had another one later. So I'm glad that we can meet today at least.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I can't do, normally I can't do Wednesday because I do Wednesday Bible study, but I was like, oh, it ends at 7:15, so I could squeeze in 7:30. So thank you for agreeing to
No,
this.
no problem. No problem. All right. I'll pull up actually, I'll get a notepad or something so I can just make sure I remember everything that you tell me you need.
We need to send me to Washington, D.C. so I can go to the national protest. That's what we need.
Right. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get there,
And I'm
honestly.
like, well, I could donate blood. I could, but the hotels and stuff are really cheap, but it's like Uber and then you got to eat and then you got to, I'm like, oh, well, wait a minute.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see about it. I'm thinking I'm gonna drive there, but I'm like, is it gonna be cheaper to just
Uh-uh.
buy?
No, no, no. Oh, no, I will not. Oh, no, I will not. I will fall asleep right outside of Indianapolis. No.
Oh God. I mean, at least you're a bit closer than I am. I'm in Louisiana. I'm in like South Louisiana too, so I'm pretty far down here. I'm trying to get somebody to like go with me so we can just like go drive in shifts, like 4 hour shifts, because it's a 12-hour drive, but I don't know. We'll see about it.
I'm not driving. I just won't go if I have to drive. I'm like, I'll just watch it on YouTube or something.
I hate flying. Like I did it last year
Oh,
for last year's March and I absolutely hated it.
I prefer it. I don't like Greyhound. I don't like boats. Just put me on a plane. I'm fine. I don't need to see America. I don't need no. Just get me there so I can get to where I'm going, and then I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the thing though. I wouldn't mind seeing like more of the states because not as an adult, I haven't been like that far north or anything like that. So, you
Now,
know,
how far are you from Indianapolis? Probably a long way.
um, maybe about, let's see, probably between like 8 and 10 hours. Let me see.
Oh no, I was gonna say come to our march, but never mind. I'm gonna skip that. No,
They're showing me flights.
call your
It's
friends in
13.
Kentucky
How's it 13 hours? It's less to get to DC than it is to get to Indianapolis.
because we got like 15,000 roads that are in construction.
Oh, wow. Mm.
Yeah, so tell your friends in Louisville, Kentucky, they can just come up.
All right, I'll let them know.
Yeah. Um, in terms of what we need,
Mm-hmm.
flyers. We are terrible at getting flyers. So what we did was I sent a letter to Congressman Carson, the mayor, and our two Republican senators who I know good and well aren't going to come,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody's RSVP'd yet.
Yeah.
So I want to do it where we have Dr. Stone, Dr. Rob Stone, and we know we have Dr. Valerie McRae. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the only two speakers that we know that we have.
Okay.
Everybody else is just kind of like,
Mm. Okay. When you say flyers, do you mean just like a general
a general, we can post it on Facebook and hand it out.
okay. Okay. All right.
Yep. Oh, and I didn't tell you where the march starts. So we start at 12:30 p.m. Indianapolis time, which is Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
we'll start at Soldiers Sailors Monument. And there's no apostrophes in this. There's just more than one soldier, one more than one sailor monument, and then we'll march to the south side of the Capitol.
Okay. You said soldiers, sailors, monument. No,
Yes.
no apostrophes.
I wait a minute. Hold on.
Soldiers, plural.
Hold on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look this up on Google.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Nope, it's soldiers and sailors monument, no apostrophe.
For anything.
No, there are no apostrophes in this when I just looked it up.
Okay.
And
And
if
that's where
you
you're starting.
that's the starting point. We'll start there at 12:30.
Okay.
We want people to know to wear masks because
Okay.
we're not out here in these streets trying to get COVID.
All right.
And since we know it's going to be hot, we're trying to encourage people to, bring at least something to drink and some protective gear because it's going to be very hot. That's Indianapolis and it's summer.
Okay. All right.
And I don't know how I can get around not having speakers. I can say we're having many speakers, but I don't know how to, since nobody's RSVP yet.
Right.
I'm just like,
I mean, we have time. We do have time. A few months, but yeah, you probably want to start getting those speakers down. And whenever you get them, just send them my way because then we can just like drop them into the template that we have and then send them to you so you can announce them on social media, kind of like we did last year with our speaker announcements. But we'll just do it for because at this time, well, yeah, it'll basically be the same as last year.
okay, and that's the most that we need. Well, here's the thing I'm concerned about the speakers. I'm not one of these people that likes to wait until the last minute to do anything. That's
Yeah.
just not how I flow. I'm like, let's just get this out to as many people as we can.
Mhm.
Um, and then maybe in July, well, let me backtrack. So my plan is to call Congressperson Carson's office Friday and say, hey, did you get the invitation? I'm going to do the same thing with the mayor's office.
Okay. Yeah. Just a
Um,
follow up.
so we don't know whether we should put invited to speak or are going to speak, if that makes any sense.
It should definitely be going to speak. If you can like wrangle, you said Valerie McRae is going to be there.
Yes, we have two speakers already that we absolutely know.
Okay. Well, that's something to work with. If you could maybe get your hands on a few more, if you could lock down a few more, then that would be like five, and that's like that's enough to get it started. That's enough to get like promoting the speakers and everything. For sure. Then you could maybe say and more if you're anticipating like a very likely person or very likely candidate to speak. Um, what day? What's the date again? I forgot. What?
Saturday, July 23rd.
Okay, Saturday, July 23rd. And since this is starting it off, I haven't gotten the actual general graphics down yet. I've got basically everything but that. But I'll get that going. And since yours is like the first event, then you're basically how I'll be like templating it for any other event that we'll be sanctioning.
Yeah, because that confused me. I'm like, is it gonna be other marches that we're doing? Like I'm on the national committee. Let me shut up. I'm not giving
Well,
myself any more jobs. No.
right, right. I'm not sure how many other ones there are, but they are definitely open to the idea of it. Just like I think the main focus is like DC and trying to get everyone to DC who
In
can make it.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Listen, in
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, all our the kickoff events, and then I think our focus instead of 56 would be like fewer, and DC will be the big event on that next Saturday. So
Right. So, do you need pictures?
yes.
A good headshot or a full
Um
body shot?
so torso up, like stomach up. That's the kind of format that we're going with this year. Well, it's that's kind of similar to what we were doing last year, but yeah, that's the because that's how I have the you've seen the graphic that I showed for the speakers. You haven't seen that yet? Okay. All right. Well, it's stomach up shot, so of like Raymond Elwood that I had worked on. So that's kind of the format that we're going with. If you can get your hands on like for the speakers for that, I might have a photo of Valerie already. But if she wants to send like a higher res one, if you're in contact with her, then that'd be great. Because I think I just got it from online. So for the uh summit that we did in March.
That's
Mm.
right, because she spoke at it.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep. And then we kind of, here's where the other thing that we're kind of, because we're not selling any like t-shirts or nothing like that, so we don't have to worry about that. But we don't want, oh, how can I say this and it makes sense? Because it doesn't even make sense to me. We want something that we can always use. In other words, if we decide to do this next year in 2023,
Yeah.
we pretty much want to use the same.
You mean like t-shirts and merchandise and stuff
No,
like
no,
that?
no. We're not doing any merchandise. We're not doing t-shirts, no
Oh, okay.
buttons, no anything. I'm talking about like the format. Wherever you send the picture at, we want to keep it similar.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Because
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to send me a JPEG file.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'm going to say, hey, everybody, here it is. And then we
Yep.
get it printed off and then distribute it to our list. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely with this year, we're definitely trying to solidify our branding so we don't keep having to change things out every or change the appearance of everything year per year. Um so this year I definitely have been trying to focus more on branding. So next year we can just like we'll already have everything from this year. We can just update it with like next year's information and everything like that. So I totally get where you're coming from with that. I'll just
And
have
we're okay to use the national logo.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Because I
We
was like,
we are working with you. Like this is something that we are approving. We are excited that you're willing to put in the work and put this event on. So
okay, I think that's pretty much it. I can't think. I know flyers, we need that. We definitely need, and I don't know how to do this. Like, get the, since there's not going to be a national march, try to get people from Louisville to come, Ohio to come, Chicago to come, whatever state is north of Indiana. I always forget.
I forget what's north. I think it's Arkansas
No,
is north of
because
me.
Chicago,
So,
Illinois is west of us, Ohio is east of us, Kentucky is south of us. But I don't think there's a state above us. Well, anyway, we're trying to get that region to come.
right.
I'm like, I don't even know who to contact.
It's Michigan. Michigan is
Thank you. That's the one. I was like, what's that state? It's right
yeah.
there. The one with the Democratic governor. Her name.
Uh,
Uh
Gretchen Whitmer, is that?
Gretchen Whitmer. That's it. I was like, what state is right above Indiana?
Also, Wisconsin is like north, not directly north, but it is like north. It's close enough to, it's right across the lake from Michigan. So, I mean, you might as well try to target there too.
Yeah, and that's where, because I don't know who the contacts are in those states.
I know we're trying to we really need to reach out to our city leads from last year and see what if they're interested in participating, if they want to put something on again this year, or if they want to come out to DC if they can make it. So we'll see, because like not everybody can, and people want to participate too. So if they want to do something locally like they did last year, that's fine. But I think this year we're not taking on the financial burdens of it. Specifically, and like we'll be doing less organizing because a few on the national steering committee last year were very heavily involved in like the organizing with the city leads across the 56 cities. So This year, I think they're just trying to focus on DC because it's a much more manageable to focus on just one and try to apply pressure there. Um, although it is it's the Saturday, it's like literally the day after I think they convene. So we'll see. We're hoping Bernie will make
Yep,
it.
and that's why I hope to go Thursday so I can be there. Hey, I can lobby my person on that Friday.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking off a little early too, because I was thinking I would take off for Friday, but I'm thinking maybe Thursday I'll take off travel there, and then Friday we can see what we can do, and then Saturday would be the event, and maybe like Monday I'll try to make it back. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see
because
what
like I said,
PTO
I've
says.
invited the Chicago people, so I'm like, okay, but nobody's RSVP yet. I don't think they would because it's not till the 23rd.
Yeah.
So I
You
think that
invited
was
for
it.
you-
I'm trying to think of what else we need from you all. And I haven't been coming to the marketing meetings because that's when I do my podcast. So I'm like, well, I can't miss my podcast.
that's right. Yeah. That's totally fine. I get it. Speaker graphics, just can send me a list of the speakers that you I know it's Valerie and someone else.
Dr. Stone, yes.
Okay. Send me their info.
Okay, I'll email them both to see can they send me a picture, and I'll give them a deadline. It's like you got until this date to send me a picture. And then,
Yeah.
like I said, I'll make a note to myself to call Congressman Carson's office Friday, and then I'll call the mayor's office too. I'll do both of those Friday.
Okay.
Let's
That's
just see where we go.
yeah. Is your congressperson a Republican or a Democrat? Not that it
Our
makes that big a difference, but
no, he's one of the sponsors of the Medicare
okay.
for All bill.
Okay.
Now, some of us, me, don't know if that means they would support it if it can, because Tim Ryan's name is on there too, and we see what he did.
There's so many people on there who I think it's just symbolic. Like they know it's never going to pass, so they can say, "Oh, I support this." I
Yeah,
don't
and we
think
don't
so.
know if he's one of those or whether he's a true, hey, we need Medicare for all type of person. But we did put in there, hey, you were a co-sponsor, so you
Mhm.
might want to come speak.
And I take that back. I say it's never going to pass, but they know the likelihood of it passing is pretty low. So it's a safe option. Like Kamala Harris did, like she said she supported it. It was a safe option and it was popular. So, they all do. They all do that. But yeah, my congressperson is a Republican and I've never really been in contact with him.
Yeah, we know we've invited the two senators, both Republicans. They're not coming, but I said, you know what? I want it on record.
Yeah.
Um, I know what else we need help with, and I don't know whether you can direct me to someone that can do this with, but we need help writing press releases and
Um,
letters to the editors.
um, I'll note that. Because we do have like a
If
person.
it's a template that we could use,
Yeah. Let me see, because I think they put something like that together last year for press releases. Um, uh,
and especially letters to the editors, because like all of May and June, we're flooding all of our newspapers with letters to the editors talking about why we need Medicare for all and why we're doing the march and when the march is, etc.
okay. 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 There's something. Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to tell you. We do have a save the date graphic that we will be posting soon. Uh, it's just whenever the website is finished and published, that's when we'll post the save the date graphic because it's ready to go. There's like the info on there it's basically like the website's on there, but if the website isn't functional, then we'll be sending people to nothing. So like we want to kind of hold off on that, but that is ready. So that is something. Once we send that out, you'll have I can send it to you too, or you can just grab it from like Twitter or something, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're gonna post it, there in like Instagram. But that is ready. It might be on TikTok. I don't know.
I don't know how to use TikTok.
Either.
I'm old and it confuses me.
I don't
So
know how to use it either. So
I'm like, huh?
one
What?
of those mid-range millennials, or I guess that's the Gen Z app. So
Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer. So I'm like, what? I
uh,
know Facebook and Twitter. since Elon Musk is gonna try to buy it, I'm like, I'll just stay away from that.
Yeah. Um, but yes, that I mean that is definitely something that will get the ball rolling once we can get that once our website is ready to go and um we can send it out, then that's definitely a way for you to get the ball rolling before the general graphic will be ready. And I think I'll try to template it. I'll see if I can template it in a way where I can just like switch out city names or city locations and things like that,
Oh,
just in case I
on
need.
the on the mm, on like the contact information, like if they want more information, my information is what needs to go on there. Just my email, because I don't want folk calling me.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Um, and I don't know, like
All
they
right.
can find me on Facebook.
Do you Yeah, I'm thinking that that might be safest, or I don't know. I
Because I
mean,
can block both. I can block emails and I can block Facebook.
that is true. I was just thinking that might be something that might go in the like that might go into the like the actual text of a social media post if you did it, or like an email blast or something. Well, you'd be sending your email, but maybe it's just more direct that way. To do it that way. Um, yeah. Okay. Contact info. And the email that I have, that's the one that you want to use.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I forget what my Facebook is.
Uh, yeah. I kind of wish you had an info for all email.
What?
And an info for all email. So I have one, but I don't use it because I haven't actually been able to log into it
Oh,
ever.
you mean a Medicare for all email? Aren't that's
Yeah.
for like the national? That's not for me.
Well, since you're organizing, I think that that might be beneficial for you to have one. I'll see if I can't mention it if we can get you into Bittrex, because we do have like an internal external kind of situation. You would just be an external user, but you might have as an external user, you might have the ability to make an email. I'll have to check on that because I'm not sure the email situation. As you can see, I just use my personal one because I still haven't been able to access the. We've been meaning to sit down with Elizabeth and get her to show us how to access the Info for All ones, because I think they're through the system that we use. So I'm not familiar. I'm not too familiar with it. So um, okay. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go over this really quick just to make sure that I hit all the points. Um, I'm seeing you need general flyers. I have the date and time, Saturday, July 23rd at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when it starts, and the location is the Soldiers Sailors Monument. You want to encourage mask usage, and for people to bring drinks and protective gear. You only have two speakers as of now, but have reached out to others. You need a press release, letter to send, or for letters to the editors, why we need Medicare for all. And then you'd like your contact email or your personal email to be used on the graphic as well for contact.
Only thing you missed is we'll rally at the south side of the state house, of the Indiana State House. That's the only thing missing.
Okay. Really? You said south side of the Indiana State House?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. This was the only thing missing.
All right. Well, I'll get to work on this as soon as I can. Like I said, whenever the website is functional or published and ready to go, I will send, or you'll have access to the save date graphic. So that'll, well, think that that one is maybe I can update what that one for your city because I think that one is specific to DC. But I think I can just plug your information in there and then send it to you as well. Um, Actually, you might not need to. I can probably do that since yours is earlier. Um, and it seems like you've gotten like everything taken care of. Then it should be. I shouldn't have to wait to send that to you. So I'll try to get that to you as soon as I can. Um,
Okay.
Updated. All right.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. No problem. Thanks for meeting.
Okay, see you later.
Yep. And take
Ha-
care.
Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.